Alright, so we got an announcement the other day that we're going to be getting hard mode Braille coming next week, April 12th. Today's the 6th. And so I decided last week I started to push some of my roster to 1540 because obviously I want a better chance to get some ancient accessories and all. And I started with my scrapper. And I had planned to push both my scrapper and at least my DB to 1540, and this was pre-announcement, and I got my scrapper to 1540. However, I didn't get my DB. I started to hone my DB, and then we got the announcement, and I realized that my main was still sitting at 1550. So I kind of redirected my energy towards pushing my main, get her to 1560. That way I can do all the gates of hard Braille. And I've kind of fallen short on some mats for her, although we've not done too bad. I was at 1550. We've got quite a few upgrades. Really, I was just lacking on shards. We got another upgrade waiting to be honed, and then I'm going to need to upgrade one more after that. So I'm going to need 70,000 shards after I finish with this one, and I don't really have too many doubts that I'll be able to hit it. Even if I don't hit it this week, I should be able to hit it next week and still do hard Braille, as long as everything goes well. So we kind of redirected our energy towards her at the moment, but yeah, like I said, I was kind of planning on having both my scrapper and at least my DB at 1540. That way I had as many chances as possible to get some ancient accessories and maybe get a little lucky week 1 and make some good money. But it looks like we're just going to have the main and the scrapper at the moment getting some ancient accessories, which is fine. And then I'm going to be looking to, after I get my main to 1560, I'll go back and I'll start pushing my DB up to 1540, and then I'll just kind of move down the line. These guys down here are kind of falling a little bit more behind because they came into the picture a little bit late. These three have the full Braille sets already completed. My Summoner and my Soul Fist still need their weapon. They're still working on their weapons, and obviously Artist is new, so she's way behind. But the way I did this was I basically let all these guys just naturally get levels from Braille gear. So I just got them to 1490, started doing Braille, crafting the gears, and getting the free hones from that. And then as soon as they started to complete their Braille sets, that's when I started to hone, and by then they had a bunch of bound mats sitting and waiting to be honed. My scrapper, I'll pull it up on the screen. She had about, I think, 12 or 1300 bound marvelous leaps, and she had somewhere around like 700 or 800,000 shards sitting and waiting to be honed with. And my DB's around the same as my scrapper. And like I said, my Summoner, Soul Fist, and Artist are lagging a little bit behind because they came into the picture, into Braille a little bit later. But so the plan is really just gonna be finishing up my main to 1560, and then I would like to get everybody to 1540, so they're all at ancient accessory level. And yeah, that's really it. It's going to take a while. The silver cost is kind of insane. I mean, just from 1520 to 1540 on my scrapper, it was somewhere around like 10 million silver. So, you know, you figure across 4 other characters here, it's going to be quite expensive. Also, the shard cost is insane as well, but luckily they all have got a lot of shards already bound to them. They've just been farming them up. So my DB's already ready. The Summoner, Soul Fist, and Artist, they're still lagging on the shards, but they'll get there sooner or later. And yeah, that's about it. And then I want to push my Gunslinger up. I'm pushing my DB to 1540, but my DB is going to be taken out of the top 6, and I'm putting my Gunslinger in. So last week I also started honing my Gunslinger from 1445, taking her out of the alt position, the 1445 stop level, and pushing her up towards 1490. This is probably not a good idea since we were coming into April, and I knew that we were going to be getting a hard Braille. I should have focused more on these other ones, but it is what it is. I'll come back to the Gunslinger once I finish everybody else up and finally push her up. So should you or should you not push your alts to 1540? I would recommend, if you have the means to do so, but if you're lagging really far behind in shards, I wouldn't go out personally and buy shards to push it up unless it's your main. But for your alts, just be patient. Let them naturally get some shards up. Let them naturally get bound leaps and all that stuff up. And then push, because it's really expensive, and you're going to save yourself a lot by just, getting things naturally. Should you have alts at 1540? I think so. Should you go out and buy mats just to get there? I wouldn't. So yeah, that's a little roster update from me. and we'll see how it goes in a couple weeks from now. By the end of April, I'm hoping to have the majority of this done. That might be a little unrealistic, but we'll see. Maybe I'll get lucky with some accessory drops. Maybe a couple good ancient accessory drops. That'll just fund my whole roster push. So thanks for watching. If you guys are new here, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like on the video. Also, come check me out live on Twitch. The link is in the description below.